So today I'm going to attach the camera to me, and I am going to take you on my evening chores. Welcome to my little tropical farm. Dogs are all barking. I don't know why. The sheep are all screaming. I do know why. They want to be fed. So let's take you out there. So here we go. We've got the sheep food, and we're going to go feed them. Now, the vet is coming tomorrow to look at my ewe that has the infection or fungus around her eyes. She is definitely not feeling well. Here are my two little bottle boys. Boo boo, move. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, so here is, I don't know if you could see that, but here is my bottle baby trying to get a bottle, but it's not time. So they've been on an 8-hour schedule now for, I think that today is their 4th day. Might be their 3rd day, but I think it's their 4th day. And he still wants a bottle every chance he can get. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but the sheep just pushed me out of the way. The mamas did. Hi, babies. The babies are learning. They love alfalfa too. And this one is the only one who has figured out how to get some. So I will go put some in their little trough, but they don't seem to eat out of their trough. And I think that's really just because the mamas come and steal it from them. So I'm just going to dump this and then give them some. This guy loves alfalfa. He is no dummy. He's the one, though, that he wasn't eating grass, so I started giving him more alfalfa. I was kind of thinking I should make this trough a little wider, but here you can see some of them eating it. Honey, that's all I have. You want to eat out of the bucket. I know. I know you do that. Let me give the mama some more. So there's one lamb eating out of the trough. And there's one trying to. But this trough will never be big enough for all of them. And I wish they'd go to the other trough, but they're really not that interested. Few of them are. And I'll bring them some more hay at the end of the evening. See, this little guy likes his alfalfa, which is good. I mean, that's how I taught him to eat grass. If you go back a few videos, and maybe I'll link that video in one of the corners here. But I was so stressed about him not eating grass. He was about 2 weeks old, and he wasn't eating any grass. So I taught him, see, here's a mama, so that's why we're going to put the creep in. But I taught him to eat grass by starting with alfalfa and shoving it in his mouth. And then the next day I did the same thing with grass. And it took a few days. And I probably took a good week or so before I felt like he was really eating it. See, now the mamas have realized that I put a little alfalfa there. Stop eating my pants. Okay. So we will now lock up the babies and the mamas. No, stay there, honey. You'll get your bottle later. And I have to put this here because the little one has figured out how to get out. So they're done for the night. Now I've got to go get the dog food, which I've already portioned. So here's the dog food for the puppies, and we're going to go feed them. I just want to look back in at the sheep. So there's one baby and 2 mamas eating out of the trough. Honey, I don't have your bottle yet. You can hear all the birds. They're crazy. They've been so loud lately. I think a bunch of these trees that don't bear fruit that we would eat, but have like berries and stuff on them, are in fruit right now, and the birds are just crazy around here. So if you watched last week's video, I said I don't really need the lights much, but I was glad to have them. Well, hi girls, I see you. I have been turning on this light every night. It's not that dark in here, and I'm a little early today, but they're my crazy girls. Now, they do know that they're supposed to calm down to get their food. Oh, good girl, Lulu. Punky, sit. Good girls. No, no. You have to sit and stay sitting. It's never happened yet, so I don't really expect it to happen now. But I have to hold both the dishes in my hand and use my hip to open the door because they do jump on me. And then I hold the dishes up until they sit. Wait, Punky. Come here, Lulu. No, sit. They've learned sit, but they don't know to stay sitting. And while they're eating, I'll come in here and try and lock up the chickens. They're not all in yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So what I do next when they're not inside is I go and get their food. Punky will be mostly done with hers already. I think I have 2 broody hens, and one I locked up today. And she somehow got out. And these are 2 of the young hens are broody. So I'm gonna have to deal with that tomorrow, but I have a feeling those are the 2 that are missing. So these guys are already done eating. So what I'm gonna do is, I come and I drop food for these guys. And it usually brings them in if they're not already in. And I think the 2 I'm missing are the broody hens. So, oh, here comes one. That's good. Come on in. And here's the other. Okay. Come here, girl. Oh, that's my chicken. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. 2 are missing. I know who they are. So we'll close the door, because this one will let me grab her usually. Meanwhile, the dogs are done, and the problem with this is one of them will pee in their kennel. Already did. They pee in the back of the kennel. It's dirt. It soaks right in. I have to clean their kennel, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. Okay, where'd my girl? Here's my girl. So she is in the habit of letting me pick her up. She was just starting to go into the... Come on. I know. She was just starting... I don't know if you could see that. She was just starting to go in by herself. But before that, every night I would have to come out, pick her up, and bring her in. And now you'll see the dogs kind of freak out when they see I'm holding a chicken. Now the other one, I see her in a nest. So she is definitely broody. And tomorrow we're gonna have to really address that. I don't even think there are any more eggs. I think I got them all. Yeah, this is the one. I have 2 that I thought were broody. No. Stop. Okay. She was broody, but not broody enough that she wouldn't jump out of my hands. So I have her, I can show you there. And I'm also gonna put her in the room, and then I'm done, and I'll take the dogs out. Yeah, the dogs get all freaked out when I'm carrying a chicken. Whoops, sorry about that. So, now we go back in the chicken area, in the dog's kennel, which is in the chicken area. Okay, girls, wait. Okay. No, you have to get down if you want to go for a walk. Sit for a walk. We've been doing this for weeks, and they're slowly getting better. Okay, sit so I can put your leash on. Sit. If anyone has a good training for this, I don't have time to just ignore them forever. Like, I know when a dog gets hyper because they're coming in the house, you're supposed to ignore them until they calm down. But I just don't have that time, really. They do calm down. Oh, there we go. Hi, Punky. Good girl. Okay, let me get Lulu. Lulu, out. Oh, good girl, Lulu. Okay, for 2 seconds you were a good girl. That's okay. So, now we'll go for a walk. Whoops, sorry about that. They know at night that they usually get to run wild over here. And so that's what we'll do. I bring them in the pasture to kind of keep them away from the sheep. But if they want to, they will just go under the sheep shelter. Under the fence to the sheep shelter. What are you eating? No, don't eat that. Okay, come on. Come on. And what I do is not ideal, but it works for me, is I just let them go with their leashes on. That way, if I need to catch them, I can. Lulu usually comes right to me. Punky is wanting to eat these fruit things that the birds eat, and I don't want her to. I just don't know if it'll upset their stomach, if it's poison for them. So now, you can watch the crazy girls run around. So they get to do this at night. They don't get to do this on their other walks. Today, they got to run around at about mid-morning, because just by chance, all the sheep were in their shelter. When I didn't worry about all the babies, see, now she's going. I don't know why they do that when the door is right here. But they will also sometimes disappear on me, go out to the street. But she's going to bother the sheep. They could probably do this for hours. I don't know if it's starting to rain or there's just a lot of bugs that keep hitting me. Oh. Oh, it's starting to rain. Hi, boo-boos. Okay, when they slow down like this, you okay? Is when I grab them. And we will head back. Right now the leash is so dirty I am going to have to wash it. No, I got you guys. Okay, they will still play while I'm on the leash, while I'm holding the leash. What do you have? Oh, it was a rock. It was a dirt clod, basically. They love to pull. We haven't gotten to the point of training them out of that. And training them is really hard because it's just me working with them, and I have the two of them. And I haven't figured out, they're super food motivated, but they're not well trained. So trying to, like, if I throw food, they both run for it, and then they fight over it. And if I try to hand one food because they've done something good, the other one's jumping on me, trying to get the food. So, okay. So I'm going to continue to hold their leashes. And we're right by their shelter right there. But, and I'm getting really dirty. Come on, girls. I gotta wash their leashes. So the vet that spayed them is also my large animal vet. And he's said he was coming tomorrow because Red has got that infection. And she's been sitting a lot today, yesterday and today. So I'm a little worried about her. Okay, we're not doing that again, Punky. So lots of days I let them run to the end over there and try and get into the chicken area because I know that they can't. Hi, Punk. Here, wait, let me take your leash off, baby. And today they got to the end and Punky's leash fell off of her because they're just I don't even know what you call these. But they just go around their neck. They're not attached to their collar. And so her leash fell off, and she knew it. And she tried to make a run for it past me. And I dropped down on her and smashed my knee while scraping my arm on the cement next to me. So it wasn't fun. Okay. So that's it with the dogs. Check their water. Their water's half full. They're fine. As long as it's more than a third, I don't refill it yet. But they do get it refilled almost daily. Next thing we do is check on the ducks. Actually, I do usually, yeah. Next thing we do is check on the ducks. I might as well stick to my normal routine. So the ducks have plenty of food, but I need to clean their water. I clean their water at least daily, sometimes twice a day, because they're ducks. It's really cute. Mama sits over here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, over here during the day looking at the chickens. She so wants to get out and run around with the chickens. But unfortunately, the chickens are fine with her. She actually got out the other day, but I don't want the two little ones out quite yet. I want to wait till they're bigger. So these guys being ducks, most of their place is wet. And I'm just gonna, I don't worry about it. I just dump the dirty water on the ground. Look at them. They're all not looking at me because they're scared. You think by now they'd know that I'm the one that feeds them and takes care of them, but not the ducks. The chickens, yeah. Even when I would bring treats for the ducks, they didn't like me. But the chickens know, I'm stuck. And the rain is just starting tonight, which is great because it rained all day yesterday, and that was kind of a bummer. So I leave this hose hooked up. It's probably not the best thing for the hose because it is in the sun, but I just don't have the time or patience. You know, I have to make everything a little bit easy on myself. So they're coming to check out the water, and I will change. I have to admit, I say I change their water every day. I change this water once or twice a day, this one. But this one, I did change it yesterday, and it definitely needs to be changed again today. But some days it doesn't look that dirty, and I just leave it. Now that they're getting bigger, that probably won't be happening anymore. Ducks are just so dirty. And as soon as this is done filling up, I'll fill this one up. It's funny because I belong to a group on Facebook that is for duck and geese owners, and so many people have course, also have chickens, and they'll say, how do I keep the water clean? I just got ducks. And the answer is you can't. You're not going to keep the water clean. Ducks are just dirty. I'm just checking to make sure there are no eggs. They have 4 nests they lay in, really 3 most of the time. And I don't want to leave any eggs behind. So they're good. Now this one is the chickens. It's not that dirty, but it needs to be cleaned. What I'm gonna do, since it's just starting to rain, is I'm just gonna dump it. It's not that dirty. It maybe will fill up with rainwater, probably not, but they're all inside for the night, so I can fill that one in the morning. Now, it's gonna take a while for this to fill, so I am going to turn that up and see if we can fill it faster. Okay. Next thing is the little chicks. And we're gonna take this without, I think I probably need to change their water. So the little chicks, I try to give them food in the morning and not give them much food at night. They're probably gonna only eat, if they have it, for another hour or so. So I'm not gonna worry. And they dump a lot of food normally. Now, this is so empty that I will give them a little bit of food, but normally at night, I just check to make sure, and then I'll only give them food if it looks like they really need it. So they get this food for a little while longer. And although I say I only give them a little bit, I'm actually going to fill it up. And then maybe I won't have to do it in the morning. I could do it midday. So what they normally do is when it's full, somehow they manage to dump it all. And that's why I was looking under their thing. And you can still see there's a ton of food down here in the ground if they scavenge. But they're young, and I don't really need to make them scavenge at this point. But in the morning, this will be close to empty. And what I'll end up doing is lift this up and move it over, and there'll be a big pile of food under there. In the next probably couple of weeks, I'm going to take this wall down, and then they'll have the automatic water. And I won't have to refill this one. But for now, I do. So this lasts for about 2 days with them, sometimes 3. And so what I'll do is I'll just take it out and dump it to clean it. But today it's pretty empty, so we're actually going to clean it. So, a bee of some sort. So I'm just gonna clean out the inside a little bit. Dump it over there. There's a drain here that goes out of the property, and I think into the little creek. Do the same with this. And then we'll refill it. While this is filling up, we're going to clean the big chicken's water. Their whole room needs to be cleaned, obviously. I'll do that in the morning, I hope. I know that, like I said, the vet is coming, but I don't know exactly what time. But I think he'll tell me in the morning when he's close. And then we just throw this out the window. So that's an automatic waterer. So they always have water, which is nice. One thing that, just in time. A little late. Okay. Let's just find it. So there's also a drain in the corner of this area. This one is hard for me to get back together. And we'll bring this back to the chickens and hopefully not spill too much. Hi, girls. The dogs are very quiet right now. Okay. I don't think I spilled too much, and there it is. And they will go to sleep soon. They'll sleep on this perch. But they're doing well. Growing slowly, but growing. Which is fine. And, I was going to say I'm done, but I better turn off the water to the ducks. And hopefully that didn't overflow, but it did. Oh, not ideal. They don't mind. I just tripped on some barbed wire that I need to cut off. So because the fence used to go around here, I have barbed wire at the bottom. And I trip over it all the time. Okay. So that is my evening chores. I am done. I think it's been a while since I've shown you evening chores, but that's it for tonight. I didn't show you feeding the 6 other dogs, but I did feed them before I started all of this. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow along as we continue to build this homestead, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified when our next video comes out. We'll see you next week. Bye.